Welcome to Dane by Local. I'm your host, Karina Crade, and we have an amazing show for you this week. We are going to be talking about garage sales. It is that season to start looking for those treasures, and we're going to be talking to the owner of University Coin and Jewelry Store and find out what those treasures are actually worth. So you'll want to stay tuned all this week on Dane by Local TV. We'll see you guys soon. Welcome back to Dane by Local. I'm your host, Karina Crade, and I'm here with Jason Rossi. We've had you on the show a couple times.
Yeah, a few times.
Yeah, this is my first time actually talking with you.
Yeah, it's great to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. You're the owner of University Coin and Jewelry.
I am.
And we were just talking before the episode, or before we were filming, that you guys have actually been in the same location for 30 years, you said?
34.
34 years.
As long as I've been around, yeah.
Yes, so if you haven't been, you know where to go. So we are going to be talking about something a little bit really exciting today. So
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about what we're going to be talking about.
So for me today, this is a fun one. We're going to talk about garage sale season.
Garage sale, my favorite thing.
Garage sale season, of all things, yes. How it ties into our store, my store. People have been finding a lot of things at garage sales that maybe they shouldn't be finding. And I want to talk to you today about some of the valuables that are just common household product that
Very
people
cool.
sell at garage sales for less than they should. And from there, we're offering a free half-hour appraisal service for anything you want to bring in.
Oh my goodness.
And so
that's
we're asking
great.
people to think of us before they put out valuable items on a garage sale table and
this
sell
is
them
the
for less than they
time,
should.
too,
Yes.
because garage sales, I don't know if you've noticed, but they'll have like streets blocked off.
Yeah,
or
whole
just
citywide
houses,
ones.
Whole
Yeah.
citywide
Yep.
garage sales. And if you're anything like me, I definitely like a good hunt.
Yeah,
so
a lot of people do.
As we're out and about hunting, what should we be looking at? I see a couple options
Yeah.
here, and this is pretty standard stuff you'd see at a garage
This
sale.
is, yeah, people have all found these items, ironically, for less than $20.
Less than 20, all
in the
of
last
this.
month. So I
Okay.
kept all these aside. All these were bought for less than $20 at garage sales.
Wow,
I have
okay.
over 30 people that come into my store that find things at garage sales all summer long, and we'll talk about them, and I think it'll be good motivation for folks to take action and bring their stuff in. You get a half hour on us,
Half an hour on
complimentary,
you.
and we're happy to look at anything and anything you want to bring in. So please do.
Great deal. Definitely free half-hour appraisal on anything you find at garage sales or anything that you have also in the household too.
Yep.
But so let's
start.
Let's
Yeah,
start
let's look.
because I'm curious about what these are worth. So if
Okay.
somebody bought this stuff for less than 20, I'm assuming they got to be worth a little bit more
They
than
are.
that, right?
So this is a big sterling silver platter, or
Okay.
just a little
It's
serving
beautiful.
tray. It's nice, yeah. And most people don't
Is
know
it
that
heavy?
it's silver.
No, it's really light.
It's heavy enough. It's it's a few ounces.
Right. And I would imagine someone selling it for $4 or $5.
Yeah, and it's marked sterling right here.
Okay.
So that's what we want to look for. Is it's marked sterling silver. How much do you think that's worth?
$20, $30.
Okay. So the person sold this for about $10, and we bought this for $125.
Oh my goodness. So they made
So,
they made a definite good little $100 check there.
The next couple are everyday items.
Okay,
We
yeah.
have an
We
old
see these
we have
all
an
the
old
time.
wedding band. It's 14 karat gold. And how much do you think someone got for this?
50. That's my guess.
This one we paid out $140 for just
my
it's a
goodness.
standard just men's wedding band.
I
Someone
mean,
bought it for $5 and a little bag
Free
of
cash right
Yeah.
there.
We have an everyday class ring.
That is so beautiful with the blue.
Yeah, but it's a class ring anybody got in high school.
Right.
Someone bought this for $10, and what do you think they got for that?
I would say, I'm going to guess 50 again. I don't
It's
know.
a good guess. $75.
75.
It's a 10 karat gold class ring.
Goodness, that's 10 karat gold.
Here's
Wow.
the big one.
Okay.
Someone bought this for $20.
Well, now I'm going to have to up my game a little bit. 200?
We paid $750 for this chain.
$750? What?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And
It's a heavy gold chain.
this stuff, literally, you see at garage sales
Yeah.
all the time.
We have Grandpa's
Yep.
old Omega watch from the 1950s.
This is
It's
beautiful.
a nice stainless steel
Yeah.
watch. Omega's a nice name brand.
Okay.
And quite simply, this was bought for $20 at a garage sale.
20. Okay, so now I'm going to go up even more. 300?
Yeah,
Jason, am I right?
it's worth even more than that. It's a really nice collector watch. It's worth $500 plus.
$500 plus
So
dollars.
bring this stuff into us first,
And you'll just
bag
help
you,
people out. I
yeah.
mean, this is fantastic.
And we'll give you fair, honest rates for them.
Yeah.
And from there, you never know what you're going to have. So bring it in and see us first.
Okay, very cool. Well, definitely something you want to look into as you're hunting around town and looking at garage sales. Think of Jason. Think
Please
about the
do.
University Coin and Jewelry Store out in Middleton, and pop in and say Dane by Local TV, and you'll get that free half-an-hour
Absolutely.
appraisal, and you'll get cash possibly. So thank you for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
We'll be right back after the break. Welcome back to Dane by Local TV. I'm your host, Karina Crade, and today I'm joined here with Nevin and Raina from Bernie's Rock Shop. Thanks so much for being here today.
You're welcome.
So you guys have two locations, one downtown towards the east side, and then also one on Park Street, which, how new is that store? Or how long has that store been around?
We opened 4 years ago, last month.
Ago. So if people didn't know about that, that's definitely something people should know about and come on in to see, because we are displaying some of the stuff that you would see at this Park Street store. And I would love to start talking about these pendants because they are shining in the studio and I absolutely love them. So tell me a little bit about what we're looking at here.
In this group, we have sterling silver pendants made with actual butterfly or moth wings from a nature conservancy in Peru.
Wow, so that's very unique, and you can see not one of them look alike, which is really unique and special when you're wearing a piece of jewelry.
And they seem to shimmer in the light,
They
so as you
really
move,
do.
they actually look incredible.
And so what are we looking at here? These are some really unique colors. I'm seeing kind of a purple, a turquoise, orange.
We actually have gemstones here from around the world. Bernie's specializes in colored gemstones. So these will include a really popular purple amethyst, blue topaz, garnet, citrines, something unusual, a really lovely apple green colored fluorite.
That's really beautiful. If you can kind of see it, it really does kind of look like a green apple. And these are, is this considered an unusual gem, or what kind of unusual gems do you guys carry?
Particularly the kyanite, the rich blue, that's a sapphire blue, very similar to sapphire, but a much more affordable gem, and only fairly recently hitting the market in such a beautiful color transparency.
And I'm thinking about all the different outfits I have and how all of these would go with every single dress that I own this summer. So I'm really, definitely a reason to
Fantastic.
come in for sure. Let's just touch on this really quick. I'm looking at like an imprint, almost like a leaf, or
Perfect.
what is that? Is that a leaf?
That is a natural formation called a dendritic agate, where what looks like pictures, ferns or plants, are actually the formation of manganese.
Oxides of iron, sometimes manganese, and it seeps into the thin little layer between the agate layers and makes this very much tree-like form. That's how they got the name
such
dendrite.
a unique gift for people because it's not something you're going to find in other stores.
Right.
I'm looking down, I'm kind of just moving down here, so let me know if I'm skipping anything. We've got some beautiful rings here as well, so not just pendants. This looks like something a guy would appreciate.
Correct.
And then also, you know, we have Father's Day coming around the corner, and I see this could be kind of a cool gift for Dad. Tell me a little bit about what we have here.
This is the dendrite again, the tree-like form. This one is a plate of quartzite, which
Wow.
was quarried by a friend of mine in Utah, a very high location in the Wasatch Mountains. It just makes an interesting display piece because
And it's beautiful for an office, for a man cave. Just think of all that, you know. I'm thinking about my husband right now who loves something like that. So we talked a little bit about the pendants, but let's talk about the sale you guys are offering.
Exactly. It's called the Independence Day Sale, and it will run this year from June 29th through July 3rd. And remember, though, that both stores are closed on Monday. The Independence Day Sale feature is buy one pendant, buy a lot of pendants, but for each pendant that you purchase in sterling silver, You can also acquire a chain of equal or lesser value for 50% off.
What a great deal. And also, if you go into the store and you say Dane by Local, you get a free pendant. You want to pull that out there. Or this is a bracelet, I'm sorry.
Seven
a chakra bracelet with a $50 purchase or more. So definitely stop into their store, Park Street and on the east side towards downtown, and say Dane by Local TV. So
Try it on.
yes, I'll put it on. It actually matches my outfit. So beautiful.
All natural colored gems. There's no dye. in
You know,
any of
and so
those.
unique too. So it makes any outfit beautiful. Father's Day, gifts, or just for something for yourself too. Thank you guys so much for being here and
Thanks for
showing
having
us
us.
such beautiful jewelry. Definitely stop into Bernie's Rock Shop. This is Dane by Local TV, and we'll be right back after the break. Welcome back to Dane by Local. I'm here with Justin Gibson. You're the owner of Von Voss and Delectable, right?
Yes.
And what a fun little play on words too, because it's spelled delectable, and I think that's really cute because we are talking about different vinaigrettes, and I have to say right away, these are the most beautiful bottles I have ever seen, and they're literally shining in our studio. But I would love to hear a little bit more about these two, and a little bit more about Von Voss too. So let's go in. Let's talk about this pretty one right away. This one's shining the most. So we're going to talk about
that
this
one's
one.
catching your eye.
Yes.
Well, this is I brought a few things kind of as we kick off summer, some fun things to do
Right.
this summer, things to up your cocktail game, have
I
a
like
little
that
fun,
idea.
something a little tasty. So this is our pink grapefruit liqueur. It's absolutely delicious. It's not too sour, but just a little bit
of-
sweet.
Give you that ting in the mouth.
Nice and refreshing.
And what can we use these for?
This is actually extremely versatile.
Okay.
It's you just want to throw it on the rocks, easy.
Really?
Pour it on the rocks. You're good to go. You can put it in with some sparkling wine.
Okay, I
it's
like
just
that too.
delicious. I throw it on a gin and tonic. It really just brings out a whole lot more flavor.
And what about salads? I like a little bit of a ting to my salad.
Sure. Well,
what
that
you do?
actually, this is a liqueur, so
Okay.
this is
Oh,
going to
we
be in the
can't do that. We can't
alcohol.
put liquor on there. I'm sorry.
I mean, you can drink on your salad. But
Yes, you're right. So
but
really
this
good
is
for
more
fun.
for, this is liqueur, so more for the cocktail making, that
Okay.
sort of thing.
So
but
now
getting
let's talk
into the
salads. All right.
that's going to be more your calamansi balsamic vinegar
And a
here.
beautiful color too. So
thank
would
you.
we put this on directly on a salad?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can put this on a salad. It goes wonderfully with our basil olive oil, which is a wonderful little salad dressing
Good.
combination. But this one actually can go a whole lot further than just that, though.
Really?
Yeah, I've in fact made ceviche with it. So
Okay.
substituting some of the lemon and lime juice, it's
Oh, wonderful.
fantastic. You can throw it in some sparkling water for a really refreshing summer
I like
drink.
that
That's
too.
low calorie, delicious.
That's
You get your
cool.
little vinegar. It's wonderful. Also have marinated salmon with it.
My mouth is watering right now. I feel
Trying
like
to
we
make
need
you
a bunch of
hungry,
food. Yeah, we're gonna have to eat after this. And these are both you said summer kickoffs, and they're very summer flavors. We got a great drink, great for salads and different foods like that.
Yep.
Can we talk a little bit about some of the events that you hold at your location, which is on University Avenue? If you haven't been, you have to stop in because they actually have samples that you can test out and literally
Yeah.
just taste as much as you want, and then you get these beautiful bottles and different options. But
Yeah,
what do you do at the actual store when people walk in?
Sure. So there's kind of two parts to our store now. We recently remodeled and kind of added a whole new dimension. So Von Voss is a European-style tasting room.
And that's where you can find these guys.
Exactly. So you can taste everything in the store. You can try these out for yourself, see what you like, discover some cool new flavors. I actually discovered the concept when I was studying in Germany.
Very cool.
Yeah,
That's
and
wonderful.
Dad and I brought it here to the United States, set
Okay.
up the first store actually in the U.S. here
in
on
Madison,
University
Wisconsin.
Avenue. Yeah, exactly.
We love that, local.
Exactly. And so then from there, we've actually added an event and dining center we call Delectable, and we do what we call culinary dinner theater.
Oh, very cool.
Culinary dinner theater is where the chef is the star.
Really? That's so cool. Because
So
then
the
they
whole place-
communicate with everybody and talk about what they're doing?
Yeah, there's big screens that show them what they're doing with their hands.
Wow.
They talk about the courses as they come out. Our sommelier and mixologists talk about the drink and wine pairings we include.
And then you get to eat during all this.
Yeah.
Very cool. And you're doing some really great discounts. Both of these are discounted, but then also for the culinary dinner theater, typically it's $39. It's going to be bumped
Typically
down.
it's $49 or $59.
$49,
I'm already
$59.
doing a special this month for summer kickoff at $39.
Very cool.
And by mentioning Dane Buy Local, you can call the store or stop in. When you pick
get
these products up, you can sign up. You get an even bigger discount.
Bigger discount. So you definitely want to stop in on Von Voss on University Avenue. Mention Dane Buy Local TV and you get a great discount. Justin Gibson, thank you so much for being
Thank you,
here with
Karina.
us.
Pleasure.
We appreciate chatting with you. We'll be right back after the break.
Thanks for watching Dane Buy Local TV. And we're back with Denny from the Vinery. Denny, thanks for coming today.
Oh, my pleasure to be here.
Okay.
And I would like to talk to you a little bit about some of the things that we do at the Vinery and some of our upcoming classes. So I'll just kind of hold a few pieces up here. This is a coral bowl. This seems to be a pretty popular class.
Yes.
And in the beginning of the class, we teach people how to cut glass. And in a minute, I'm going to show you how to cut a piece of glass, okay?
Excellent, yes.
Another item that's been very, very popular is the flower. Okay, this is garden art. People can put it outside or
Okay.
inside.
Okay.
And people just seem to love it.
Yes.
And what happens is we start out with a 6-inch circle, and then we put ground glass, which is called a frit, kind of sprinkle it on, and then there's just all different things you can do with it to create a beautiful flower.
Yes.
Another project that we have, and this one might show a little bit better with light passing behind it, but this is a cast frit plate, and there's all kinds of decorations on it, from glass frit to a product we call Vitrograph,
Okay.
and a whole host of different things, and it's just like a blank palette to create from.
Yeah, this is so unique, and I'm sure every single one turns out
And
beautiful.
they're all different,
Yes.
so that makes it exciting.
Yes, I love
And
that.
then the last item I want to show is this little butterfly, and that's actually a class that we have coming up here shortly, and that seems to be pretty popular. And people can do several different types of butterflies,
Sure.
okay?
Okay, excellent. Yeah, you can
So-
make up your own kind of butterfly with a beautiful design. That's beautiful.
any color you want.
Great.
So
Okay.
I thought that we would just jump over here to this glass, and I'm going to show you how to cut a piece of glass.
All right, excellent.
I want to show folks how easy it is to cut glass. I mean, I call it controlled breakage.
Okay.
Prior to that skill set, it's uncontrollable. So this
Yes.
is going to be controlled breakage.
Yes.
And what we're going to work with is a glass cutter here, okay?
Okay.
And we grip it with 2 hands. And there's a tiny little wheel, and we're going to roll it right across the surface of the glass.
Okay.
That's going to make a score or a scratch. And the theory is that that's where the glass is going to break.
Okay.
So why don't you try it? I grip it with 2 hands.
All right.
Start in a hair from the edge, and just roll across the surface of the glass. Perfect, perfect. Sounds good.
Straight line here.
You can hear that little scrunching, okay?
Okay.
And then we have this tool over here, which is called a running pliers.
All right.
And we always use these with the screw to the top.
Okay.
And you're going to line that little line up with your score line and just snap. Can you get that up?
Yeah. There we go.
Okay.
All right. So line this up here
Yep.
and just do
There
one
you
little
go.
snap.
How easy does that look?
That's great. Now I know how to cut glass in a controlled fashion.
Right. And so if one were to take the coral bowl class, each student's going to cut a whole series of strips, and then they're going to do their composition with their coral bowl.
Yeah.
So in 5 minutes, I can teach people how to cut glass, and then they begin to cut their strips and compose the coral bowl.
Gorgeous. Excellent.
So-
we're doing a special promotion for Dane Buy Local TV,
Yes, we are.
and that is the glass flower, right?
Right. Normally that's $18.95, and for Dane Buy Local, it's going to be $15.
Great.
And then the other special we have is $5 off on any class that we have to offer.
Excellent.
So if you come into the Vinery, I just want you to come up to the counter and say, I'm here for the Dane Buy Local special.
All right.
And one of my staff will walk you over. And if you want to choose to do one of these, you can come in anytime.
Yeah. I
if-
love those for either for a gift or even in your own garden. It would be so beautiful with light passing through.
And Mother's
very
Day is
beautiful.
coming up here pretty quick.
Mother's Day is coming
Yep.
up. Yes.
Okay,
All
thank
right.
you. Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Thank you so much for coming. And stop in at the Vinery if you want to try your hand at breaking glass and making a beautiful glass piece.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Dane Buy Local TV. Justin Riley here, filling in for Bethy for just a moment. I kind of booted her out because I really wanted to share a screen with these two because it's been a while. This is Judy and Michelle from Clausen's European Bakery. How are you guys?
Good, how are you?
Good. So you were on the restaurant show recently and kind of talked to us a little bit about your quiches, but you also brought in something that looks really good, and these are your morning buns, as I understand.
Our morning buns.
So tell us a little bit about those.
About those, they're made out of a croissant dough,
Okay.
which is a dough heavily laden with butter already.
Okay.
Then they're rolled out flat and sprinkled with cinnamon, sugar,
Okay.
and it's called honey bun caramel filling
Okay.
that we put into it, and some more butter, and they're rolled up
Okay.
and cut into pieces, baked in a pan,
Okay.
then tipped upside down and rolled in sugar when they're hot.
Okay. So correct me if I'm wrong, but the ingredients that you mentioned were butter, sugar, caramel,
Yes.
butter, and sugar? In that order?
Yeah, and cinnamon.
Oh, and cinnamon.
Yeah,
cinnamon.
that's right.
So this is low calorie then, right? We don't have
Oh,
to.
it
I can eat
is.
as many of these as I want, and everything
Yeah.
is going to work out. Okay, great.
Works
great.
out
Looking
great.
for that beach body, and this is the way to
That's
do
right.
it.
Some people microwave these and
Okay.
put more butter on them.
Really?
Yeah.
If that butter's not enough for you. So
Yeah.
now you have a special going on for these morning buns. You want to talk to us about that?
We do. It's through the month of April. Buy
Okay.
one, get one free. Limit 6 free.
Okay.
So you can get a dozen
Okay.
for the price of half a dozen.
Wow, get a dozen
Yeah.
for 6. That's a pretty good deal. And also you brought some quiche too. So that piece that's missing, I don't know who may have eaten that, but
don't know.
yeah, it looks really good. Must be bacon in that one, I'm guessing.
I think so. That's the quiche Lorraine. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Tell us a little bit about your quiches. You have some things going on there too.
Judy?
Go ahead, Judy.
We have quiches. We have a coupon out for $5 off any of our quiches.
Okay.
And we make them fresh 3 times a week. We always have them on hand. An assortment, we brought 3 of our varieties, but there are 3 or 4 more.
Okay, excellent. And one of the things that I thought was really amazing is before we started taping today, you were talking about how many of these quiches you go through like on a typical holiday week, for like Christmas, for example. And it was numbering close to 1,000.
Yeah.
How do you keep up? Like,
Well,
how
they're,
do you do that?
They're made every day,
Okay.
Christmas time, and the crusts are made fresh on site, but I mean, we pre-make hundreds of them,
Right.
and then we just make them fresh every day.
Okay.
And the customers, they come buy them right off the racks. hot.
Yeah. That's like
So-
200 a day.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
a lot.
it
can
is.
be,
It's a lot.
You know, it's like a full-time job.
Well, I
quiche,
suppose.
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
You'll never be out of work then, I guess.
No.
Real quick before we go, talk to us a little bit about, in case people might not be familiar with Clausen's, what are some of the other things that people can find if they walk through the doors at Clausen's?
Go ahead, Judy.
We have wonderful German breads. We have, the sourdough breads. We have
Yeah.
an artisan, line of artisan breads that are just wonderful.
Yes.
A lot of people just like that, deep hearth, crusty
Yeah.
sourdough bread.
Absolutely.
It's hard to find, so we sell a lot. People come as far away as Milwaukee and load up on
Really?
it. Yeah. And we
Load
do
up.
mail order it. We
They
do
just
have
back
a
their
form.
truck in and,
Yeah, exactly. or their station wagon or their
Right.
SUV and fill up the back for all their neighbors.
There you go.
And
There
we
you
do
go.
have a form that you can fill out, and we do mail order some of our breads.
Excellent, excellent. And all the recipes that you'll find here are authentic because, Michelle, you were trained in Germany how to make a lot of these
was,
things.
yes.
So you've kind of passed that on to your staff, and so everything
Yeah.
is authentic here.
It is.
That's awesome.
Definitely.
Well, I'm going to take a bite of this as we sign off here, but thank you guys for joining us today.
Thank you.
Michelle and Judy joined us from Clausen's European Bakery, and we'll be right back with more Dane by Local TV after the break.
Thanks to all our guests for joining us today. I learned a lot. I hope you guys did too. And remember, we all win when you think local.